On University Avenue in Gainesville today, you may have noticed a large protest with chants and cheering ringing out in support of Palestine. TV 20's Kayla Lewis shares what people from the protest had to say.
About 100 people gathered on the corner of West University Avenue to voice their support for Palestine. They say there has been ongoing violence against Palestinians and they want it to stop.
It's make-believe what Israel is doing to Palestine.
Jacqueline Bivens has a boyfriend who is Palestinian, and she came to protest because she feels horrible for what him and his family are going through.
From what he's learned is that his uncle was just recently killed. His father was injured. I'm here to stand up for him and also the rights of many people in Palestine.
The ongoing war between Israel and Hamas has caused many people like Bivens to voice their support for Palestine. This isn't the first time this has happened in Gainesville. A Palestine teaching event was held at the University of Florida last week.
One woman tells me even though she comes from a Jewish background, she still doesn't condone the violence in Palestine.
I have a grandfather who survived the Holocaust, who was a Jewish Holocaust survivor.
Even with having deep roots to Judaism, Fletcher is not sticking up for Israel. She says what Israel does is not in self-defense.
Not in my name, not in my family's name will people commit war crimes against a whole population of people.
She continues on to say that all of this violence is horrible.
I'm horrified about what the Israeli government and the military is doing to the people of Gaza.
While some people passed this protest honking their horns in anger, some honked in solidarity, but the war between Israel and Hamas rages on. In Gainesville, Kayla Lewis, TV 20.